Okay, we are talking today about how you can't outrun your fork. Anybody understand what I mean when I say that right off the bat? Let me know what you think that means. Because here's the deal, and I'm going to start with a personal story that I spent years and years, over a decade, really in this endless loop of eating, overeating, eating things I felt guilty about, and then heading to the gym every day, working my ass off to burn all those calories off that I felt guilty about eating. You know, and then there's lots of consequences to that. Number one, it's exhausting. And number two, overtraining, overworking your body leads to injuries. It leads to overuse injuries, which often turn into chronic injuries. And again, not with this great intention of, oh, I'm going to be, let me just get strong, let me get healthy, this is fun, this is a great, enjoyable piece of my life. Don't get me wrong, I love working out, it is a passion of mine. But when you're doing it as a punishment, that all changes. Everything changes. And now I still work out, and I work out regularly. I got my muscles, I am stronger. I'm probably in the best shape of my life at 41 years old. And it's because I'm not doing that anymore. It's because I'm not overtraining. I'm not eating to excess. I'm in control of the food I put in my body. I'm using food as fuel and energy. And what I'm thinking about when I'm eating is, oh, how can I eat to best fuel my workouts? Not how am I going to work out to burn off the calories to punish myself from the food I couldn't control myself from not eating. So that's, my story in a nutshell when it comes to really thinking that I could outrun my fork. That's what I mean. Because no matter how hard you work out, you cannot, it is not possible to burn off all the calories that you ate that you feel guilty about. Because one sitting, in 5 minutes, we can eat how many calories when it comes to, let's say, nuts. Even if we're binging or overeating on something healthy. Think about nuts. Just a small handful of nuts can have hundreds of calories. And let me ask you this, you guys. You guys know what a burpee is, right? They are one of the most, tough, full body exercises that exists, right? Without any weight or anything, but they're tough. Even just one, it takes effort, right? Let's think about 3 little Oreo cookies, accidentally vegan, not good for you, obviously. How many burpees do you think it takes to burn off the crappy calories in just 3 little Oreo cookies? And that's one serving of Oreo cookies. Well, depending on your weight, it is over 100. So if we're thinking about, all right, I'm going to eat that cookie. I know it's not good for me, but I'll burn it off at the gym tomorrow. Or I just ate those cookies. I couldn't control myself. Now I'm hating myself. I'm feeling so guilty. Why did I do that? I'm going to go burn them off. That was so awful of me. So I'm going to go spend 2 hours at the gym, because that's what it's going to take if we are trying to outrun our fork. It's going to take hours and hours, and it's unsustainable, obviously. So what we got to get right, what do I say all the time? What do we got to get right? We got to get right in here and in here. We got to get to that place where we're eating out of love for ourselves and our bodies, out of respect for our bodies, and as a way to fuel and give us energy to do any activity that we love to do. Any activity that we know is going to help us be healthy, in mind, body, and spirit. So if that makes sense, this is where we're going with this. This is not about, calories in, calories out. Unfortunately, it just doesn't work that way. So we're talking about quality of calories here. Because again, you can't outrun your fork. We're going to get in this endless cycle of counting calories. Who's still there? Who's still counting calories, tracking their macros, writing it down, spending all this time and energy, stressing out about everything that you're putting in your body every single day, thinking about what, when, where, how much you're going to eat, weighing yourself constantly. Think about all the energy you're expending, all that stress, and think about what could happen if you are no longer using your energy to count macros, to worry about food, to think about what you're going to fit in, you know, what clothes you can wear, thinking about how much you hate your body, thinking about what in the world you can do to change it, think about what you could do with that energy. Think about clearing your life and your brain of that and giving it that space to really figure out what you want to do with your life. Who in here has written a manifesto, a personal manifesto, meaning written out what you want your life to mean, what purpose you want to serve, what will bring you fulfillment, what you're passionate about? Who in here has tried writing a manifesto for yourself? I just did one, and I will be sharing it at some point. Not ready to share yet, but I will be sharing it. But I bring that up because when we're talking about all the time, energy, money, all of it that you're spending on thinking about food and working out in excess, more than you need to be, thinking about your body, thinking about what you're missing out on. What is this costing you for real? When we get to the end of our lives, and we're in our deathbeds, are we going to look back and say, I'm so proud of myself. I only had less than 60 grams of carbs. I went through years of dieting where I counted all my macros and my calories, and yes, I yo-yoed, but then I got the perfect body, and then I didn't have the perfect body, but then I got it back. Who's thinking about the perfect body? Here's the cool part, actually. The side effect of being able to get to that place where you're eating intuitively and filling your body with nutritious, whole plant foods because you love yourself, because you respect your body. The side effect is getting the better body that you want, is losing that weight, is being efficient at the gym because you're not interested in spending hours burning off guilty calories. You've got better things to do. You've got things you're passionate about to do. You've got a purpose to fill, right? And when you're doing that, that's your, right now we're trying to distract ourselves and we're eating emotionally and we're doing all these things that are basically, self-sabotaging. What happens when we clear that space, when we start to love ourselves, when we start to do the things that create a meaningful life? Everything else falls into place. But if you're looking to change the shape of your body, you're going to need to, 1, build a healthy relationship with food, your body, and yourself. Learn to eat intuitively. You can't do that unless you love and respect yourself and your body. Number 3, be efficient and effective with your exercise. A steady state cardio is not going to do it. Yoga will change your body faster than steady state cardio, and here's why. Yoga teaches you to be mindful, and one of the key pieces of all of this is learning how to be mindful with your eating. Unless you're mindful, you can't be intuitive. So if this stuff is resonating with you, I've got some free resources. Now, to know better what your specific needs are, what I'm doing right now is offering a 15-minute free welcome call with me. This is not a sales call. This is not me trying to get you to purchase anything. This is a 15-minute call where I'm going to get to know you better, get to know what your goals are, your challenges are, and then be able to send you the free resources that I have that will be most helpful to you. So if that's something that you would like to take advantage of, type me in the comments below, and I will private message you and we will set up our 15-minute call. I'm here to help, and I'm excited. So let's get back engaged. Let's get back sharing. I'll see you back in the group. Thanks, you guys.